Well, good morning. I've only been in Sydney 24 hours, and while I've been here a few other times for business, this is by far my favorite trip. Yesterday afternoon, I had the pleasure of a friend and Oracle partner, John Walters, the CEO of NextGen. He arranged for a small group of us to go out on the harbor, and we went out on Paul Clitero's, one of his boats. For those of you who might not know Paul, he's raced 7 Sydney to Hobart races. In fact, he won in 2016. That race, Sydney to Hobart, as I imagine all of you are aware, is incredibly dangerous. In fact, our boss, Larry Ellison, is written about a lot in a book in the late 90s, where it was a life, near-death experience. And so one of the things I really enjoyed talking to him, because I'm a sailor myself, is just the challenges, including the 100-foot waves that you experience from time to time in doing that race. And so at the beginning of the presentation, Ashi's presentation, he talked about all the disruption that's happening. He talked about the high expectations of millennials. And I'll point out, I believe that it has never been more challenging to be a business leader now, because things are changing so incredibly quickly. Hence, because most of this change is a result of technology, I'll argue that it's never been more challenging to be an IT leader than it is today. We have huge expectations of our businesses wanting us to be able to respond at the speed of opportunity. We have huge expectations from our employees that want every bit of rich experience at work that they have at home. But I'll also argue there has never been more opportunity for us to do just incredibly great stuff than there is now. Ride that wave and actually deliver value unlike we've ever been able to do before. I began this gig as an IT professional in my second year at university 40 years ago. And since that time, when I was on mainframe and punch cards, and then there was the mini computers and faxes and tandems, and client server, web, mobile. If I think back, while we had different delivery platforms, what we did was kind of the same. We had to figure out what we're going to do. We had to architect, engineer, build, operate, and secure. And we just might have been doing it via different tools. So as I've been telling my team, each of those were a new chapter in the book. But what we're doing now, it's an entirely new book. And that new book is really made available to us because of the advent of cloud computing. And so what I'm going to share with you relatively quickly is our journey at Oracle, a 150,000 person company operating in over 100 countries, how we've made the transition. Well, but first of all, why is it important to us? It begins with, we ourselves want to keep pace and really become a digital company in everything that we do. We want to drive those operational efficiencies by eliminating gaps and overlaps and making it tighter across the ecosystem with our customers, with our partners, with other suppliers we have. And a big thing is we want to take advantage of all that innovation she's talked about and be able to do it in real time. And also, while every organization has the responsibility of continuing to drive improvements, make sure that you're securing, adding more value to your customers, the IT community at Oracle also takes on another role. That if you take everything that we're doing for ourselves, plus our customers, we are by far the broadest implementation of Oracle technology anywhere in the world. And so we really strive to be the biggest influencer of what needs to be done to our products. What they do, how they can do it better, how they're easy to manage, how they're secure, what's the usability, and so forth. The second thing is we really strive to be the first adopter. We want to get the stuff even before the lights stay on all the time. And lastly, come out and share what we've learned with with our customers, such as we're doing here today. So this is really core to our journey to the cloud. So let me walk through a little bit of what we did. Now, over 5 years ago, we big banged our 25,000 person sales organization onto our cloud version of Sales Cloud. And while it was a really big move, we immediately started seeing the opportunity to drive increased value. For example, we implemented our configure price quote, which because of that, it gave us the agility to add, with all the changes we've had at Oracle, thousands of product lines, thousands of products, be able to deal with an unbelievably complex territory structure, incentive structure, and so forth. By automating our marketing processes, we've been able to, excuse me, I'm battling a cold. We've been able to automatically help our customers, assist them as they go through the whole, everything from just inquisitive through the buying journey. In fact, one of the things that, I was at Siebel for 7.5 years prior to my 11 years now at Oracle, and I always thought about taking CRM, about knowledge, making requests, getting support, and extending that to our customer base. And so taking customer experience, we've deployed across Oracle the ability to not only how we support our employee base on what we do with IT, but also other functions, HR, sales organization, facilities, benefits, and so forth, being able to provide a customer experience for our employees as well. We, like many big companies, we started implementing cloud in the HR space by adding some additional capability around the edges. Things like talent management, incentive comp, recruiting. And then, a couple years ago, we went live with core HR. That is not an unusual journey to the cloud. Is complement what you have with your on-prem, but when it's appropriate for you, go ahead and move everything to the cloud. Likewise with e-commerce, we moved, for those who are doing online purchasing from us, for those of us, our partners, to engage with them, just by leveraging cloud solution, we're now able to have the product really take care of itself and allow us to continue moving forward and innovating. Planning and budget's obvious. In fact, that's where a number of organizations start, because it's used across the entire company or the entire organization, and it lends itself to cloud-based solutions. But the big one, 150,000 person company operating in over 100 countries, where we sell kind of big ticket items. We sell hardware, we sell time and materials, we sell subscription services, we sell training courses that you pay with a credit card. It's a really complex. In fact, you think you've customized and made unique your e-business suite. We've got 40 years of Oracle experts to be able to do it. So in January of this year, we migrated our financials, expense, projects, procurement, all to Oracle's Cloud ERP. In fact, we also did our supply chain planning. And so we are a great example of you can run a very complex, very large, very geographic distributed company on a cloud-based ERP. In fact, next month, we have a final step for us, and that's being able to actually do our supply chain execution in the cloud as well. So it's been really an exciting journey for us, and we're already driving value. We're finding we're much more agile in being able to engage with our employees. We're more agile in us being able to recruit. In fact, we've saved $50 million in agency fees by our ability to integrate our recruiting process. We've saved tens of thousands of hours in talent management processes. We've had a huge impact in our ability to be able to meet the needs of our ever-changing business. In fact, last week, when I looked at my email first in the morning, I noticed we acquired a cloud company. This morning, before I walked in, I noticed we acquired another cloud company. So we are changing as an organization so quickly, but us having an integrated cloud platform is core to us being able to do that. So what's our approach? this was discussed earlier by Ashish, that the core is do what we can, leveraging our out-of-box SaaS solutions, but then extending those with integration, with security, with identity, with the ability to customize the user experience with our PaaS services. And then making sure that we're able to garner the insight from all the data we have, leveraging our BI capability. But we still have some legacy apps, some unique things that we don't have core applications within our SaaS offering that may be something very specific, let's say for legal. Well, we're now able to run that on our infrastructure as a service, so it dramatically reduces our concerns over security and scaling and operating, once again allowing us to focus on driving real business value. But another important area is third-party applications. The biggest area that we see that is in security. Our approach had traditionally been that we would buy the security products needed to support what Oracle does, things like Symantec or McAfee, FireEye, and so forth, and then we'd run them on-prem. But what we've been doing is we want to be a cloud company. We want everything as a service. So we've been working with our security providers as well to run their security products, but run them as services on our infrastructure as a service. And not just for us. I don't want any one-offs, but for our other customers as well. And so with this, we are really, really experiencing this big shift. We are spending a lot less time operating, we're spending a lot less time maintaining, and we're doing innovation at an unparalleled rate. Once again, I've been doing this gig for 40 years, and there has never been a year that I looked more forward to than this calendar year because of the incremental business value we're in fact driving. But while it's really important, incredibly valuable to take advantage of standing on the shoulders of others, leveraging cloud services to deliver business value, another thing that I'm really have driven across my organization, and we've learned a lot, we've acquired tens of small cloud companies, is it's not just about taking advantage of cloud services, it's operating like a cloud company. And so we've adopted Scaled Agile Framework for Enterprise, which is one of the Agile frameworks, but it just happens to be for large organizations. And we're finding that this whole concept of running program increments, putting together scrums, having daily stand-ups, 2-week sprints, truly operating, my team's in 50 countries, but running as a dynamic, agile organization, we're delivering more business value. In fact, I was on the board of the largest payment processing company in the world. It's now called WorldPay. And they're a showcase example of using safe methodology. That they are a 40-year-old company. A lot of what they do is on mainframe. And I saw that they were recognized for what they were doing by becoming agile. And I just happened, after a board meeting, be meeting with some of the engineers, the lead engineers, and I just happened to mention, hey, I saw that you're really showcased for SAFE. Tell me a little bit about it. You go, it's changed everything in our company. The only people that are not engaged are our security guards. And so I know about half of you or so in this room are from IT, and the other half are from the business. My contention is what I'm talking to you about is it changes how we all operate, how we all deliver more value, able to do what we do better and more efficiently by not only taking advantage of cloud services, but operating like a cloud company. So I want to wrap up with just one specific example to show what we're actually doing at Oracle. For years and years and years, Oracle has relied on largely a large field sales organization. But in the advent of cloud, for about 5 years now, we've been complementing that with now what's been about 10,000 folks that make up our inside sales functions at Oracle. And Just over a year ago, I proposed to our CEO, Mark Hurd, that we should be the best company in the world for engaging with our customers virtually and provide the best technology capable, because we've been focused on the best people. We've been building these new campuses, so the best facilities. We've been focused a lot on the training. We need to provide them with the best technology. So we went and selected a third party at the telecommunications layer, a company called Genesys, the leading provider of that, which were in May of last year. We've got running on our infrastructure as a service. And then we have our Sales Cloud, which I mentioned earlier, is the core of how we do sales. But we wanted to create a really rich employee experience. So for our inside salespeople, what is it exactly they need? So leveraging our Java as a service created an incredibly customized user experience just about what they need to do. And so then complement that with other PaaS services to provide the total capability. And so we went live on January. So again, product certified, the underlying platform, and we're transforming how 10,000 inside sales people do their job. And what we're realizing is up to a 25% productivity improvement. Again, by taking advantage of the technology, focusing on what they really need, building on top of our SaaS services by leveraging PaaS, and then being able to scale globally on the infrastructure with infrastructure as a service, we're showing incredibly able to drive real business value across our company. So with that, it's been unbelievable, an epic opportunity for us to expand our contribution to Oracle.